Hello.
Who the hell is this?
It is the Lost Cunnuk.
Buddy, how you doing? Everything okay?
Everything's fantastic. The news just keeps coming like hotcakes, baby.
Okay, so what are we talking about tonight? I got the article up in front of me. Before I kick that article off, can I please say something really quick before you start talking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Seattle home prices drop $70,000 in 3 months as market continues to cool.
Yes, baby.
$70,000 in 3 months. Okay, go ahead. I got the article.
So
yeah, go ahead.
This is very interesting. Just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, the Toronto Real Estate Board wanted to fight in court. Am I not right, Mike?
That's correct. Yeah,
they wanted to hold this thing secret. They didn't want nobody to know. They tried to keep it under the blanket. All of a sudden now they're trying to be the good cop. Now they're trying to say, okay, guys, you know what? You got a license from us, our governor body. We're the governor body. Don't give them any more fake sold info. So my opinion is to all the listeners out there, to anybody out there, this is pure fraud. What they're going to do now is they're not going to give any information. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to give us very little pieces of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my opinion is, what I'm thinking is all the sites that we know of are going to be shut down.
Wow. When do you forecast that happening?
It's going to be happening probably, I'd say, in the middle of October and beginning of November. They're going to shut these things down because now the TREB is already invested in a lot of real estate, we all know, and it's going to be a problem for them. So they're going to try to hide it from a lot of people. We need to, and if you recall, Mike, I don't know if you know, I follow the tribunal in Ontario.
That's right.
Yeah, they actually had a court case with the Toronto Star and with the biggest union in North America that the union didn't want to, submit some information, but the courts put it on the Toronto Star side, saying that all news and media or information could be open to the public. So they have 1 year to give this information out. The judge has already ordered that in Ontario. So this is part of tribunal. And if these real estate agents think that they're going to be able to do this, I think somebody has to step up to a plate.
Oh,
We're talking a big political person, somebody that's going to go there and fight it, because I don't see this happening for them. Like I said, they're playing good cop, bad cop now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to see some real estate and mortgage people go to jail and be accounted for.
Well, yeah, people.
This is unbelievable.
Someone definitely needs to do time for this.
That's right. And so there's another thing I want to talk about. I don't know if you've ever been to the mall in Markham. It's called Pacific Mall.
No, I haven't made it out there. It's a newer mall, right?
Yeah, it's mostly Asian owned. Hey, listen, like I said on your station, on my station, I don't criticize any nationalities. A lot of good Asians I know that run businesses, pay taxes and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them. But this place here should have been shut down in 2005. It's called the Pacific Mall Condo Corporation.
Yeah.
And what they did is they got raided again yesterday, and they've been raided about 5 times already with fake items. Fake, Lululemon bags, let's say, or jackets or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Taped movies. And these guys are in the real estate too, and I'm going to find out the next time I call them the show so I can find out what they invested in. But I don't want to go off topic. So what do you predict? What do you predict what's going to happen with this TREB? What do you think is happening now?
I'm going to tell you what's happening. They did a very good job disguising what's been happening in the last 3 to 5 years.
That's right.
And this is a bigger problem because let's go back to the Seattle article. The second they imposed the foreign buyers tax in Vancouver, 50% of the investors went to Seattle and 50% went to Toronto. Okay? But they've been doing a really good job hiding what's really happening in Toronto. In the U.S. side, right now, I'm reading the article from 2 days ago, they're up front and center with what's really happening. God forbid any major real estate operation goes out and creates an article like this one saying, home prices in Toronto dropped by 70,000. You know what I'm saying? They won't do that. They won't post that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have to get that?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is when the poop hits the fan, it's going to be a lot worse than we could imagine.
What? Sorry, say it again, Mike?
When the poop hits the fan in Toronto, it's going to be a lot worse than you could ever imagine because they did a really good job hiding their tracks, massaging the investor, making people feel that everything's okay, and the market became severely overstimulated.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because remember that Toronto and Vancouver have a couple of years ahead of Seattle and other states that are falling right now. So,
yeah, that's right.
So they've been building Vancouver's been building since the Olympics, the Vancouver Olympics.
That's right.
So we're in a lot of trouble because because none of us were told anything. And you know, with the record low interest rates, record low lending, and really shitty loans that were made, mortgage loans that were awful mortgage loans that people shouldn't have not qualified, that were put into the position. And that's what's happening right now.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then I had one guy on my YouTube send me a message, and he said, you know, you should, you know, me, you, and everybody our age should be owning 2-3 houses.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to tell the listeners something, and I'm proud where I stand right now. I've lost everything back in 2009 and 10. Okay, because of bad decisions, bad business, and you know what? Somebody has to take a loss. Not everybody gains. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I have the knowledge, the wisdom, and the experience. And that's what gets me to go on this, and that's what gets me and you go on the station, and we decide to tell people the truth and what's going on, mm-hmm. how they're hiding it, I know everything. And it's funny, Mike, because even I didn't go to school. I'm a dummy, okay? Mm-hmm. I'll go in a lawyer's office, and he's telling me something. Hey, listen, you can't tell me this stuff because I know more than you. You're mm-hmm. just following the book. I know the ins and outs of everything.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody out there, if you're going to go purchase a house, which I recommend you not to today, make your own contract with the lawyer. You put down, you're paying your lawyer, you tell him what you want on there.
That's correct.
If he doesn't do it, if he doesn't do it, go to somebody else. Go to somebody else. Mm-hmm. These people that bought these new homes should have said it. If the housing market starts to drop 20, 30% or 10%, I want my deposit back within 30 days. Mm-hmm. And I bet you 2 years ago, builders would have signed that out of a heartbeat because they didn't think that this was going to happen. They never thought that this crash was going to come all at once.
Yep.
And that's the problem. And it just bothers me how people are walking with sunglasses and Kool-Aid, mm-hmm. thinking everything's going to be okay. But no, it's not going to be a soft landing. It's going to be a bomb, a big bomb. Yeah. And then everybody, what happened?
Oh, what happened? We weren't informed. Well, you see, in the U.S., for some bizarre reason, they're always informed. The news, right. When it comes to housing, when it comes to making decisions, like, look at this. Seattle home prices dropped $70,000 in 3 months. Imagine we posted that on the Toronto Star or the Vancouver Sun or the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. They would never post something like this.
That's right. That's right. And it's funny it's happening in Seattle. Do you remember when I told you when Mr. Marlowe and Justin Trudeau went to Seattle to sign an agreement with, forced more Mr. What's his name? Berkshire's Development.
Yeah.
What's his name? He went there to make a deal so he can bail out Home Capital.
That's correct.
And it's funny that happened in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny. It all links in because for you to do that in Seattle, you must have had investments there.
That's correct.
To push up the market, a fake market, and make some quick bucks. And they did it there. And I wish they could put them to jail because they created this. Like I said, you said it, and I said it. It should have happened 3 times already. But this Home Capital shouldn't be in business as we speak.
That's right.
They should have their doors closed. Return all their money, all the investors, whatever they have, and they're shut down. But no, they're still operating, full force.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
Are people becoming more and more soulless now? They don't have a soul. Are they have people sold out or selling themselves out to money and forgetting about each other?
That's why I love you, brother. You said it on your channel one time. You said the money is the Antichrist. Okay? You said it. You said it on your last video I watched. How people, you fear God. Oh, buddy, I'm in the same boat as you. Mm-hmm. If God would ever leave my side, I'd be the worst person to be near. Mm-hmm. I'd be I'd be scared. Mm-hmm. I'd be scared every day. But, yeah, you're right. People forget where they come from, how they're brought to earth, how they become. We have to respect money. I've learned that through my time. Mm-hmm. If you don't respect money and you respect what you earn, yeah, okay. You may be making minimum wage, or you're making $20 an hour. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, and God rest my mother's soul, my mother said it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's how much you save. Mm-hmm. And I understand. It's not easy to live in Toronto, not easy to live in Barrie, but at the same time, do we really need what we want today? Do we really need the necessities that we overspend every time we go to the store? You got 2 pairs of shoes, one to go out at night to a wedding, the other running shoes, and a comfortable pair of shoes. Do you need to go and spend another pair of shoes? Yeah. You got to go and buy a new car when your car is only 2-3 years old and it still can go for another 120,000 clicks. Like we always said it, me and you. I have a 1999 Toyota Camry. Mm-hmm. I don't have to pay anybody. That car runs, and it runs like clock. Mm-hmm. I don't have to go and pay every month. Unless I need a new car, I will go buy a car. Okay. But I will never pay the top dollar.
Yeah, someone's saying money is the root to many evils, and then someone's saying money is not the Antichrist, and it takes money to make money. We're not talking about making money. We're talking about wasting money, and right. We're talking about people ripping other people off blindedly with these real estate sales, shadow loans, and all this garbage.
That's right. And that person that said money's not an Antichrist, he better shake his head, because if you look at all these real estate...
No, he came back to say it's the love of money that is the root of all evil. That's correct. The love of money.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Correct, 100%.
That's my man, Brother John. That's my man, Brother John.
Okay, that's fine. And that's the problem, Mike. That's the problem we have everywhere we go. And you said it 100 times. People paying with credit cards. People paying with this, paying with that. Oh, and another thing I wanted to say. To all the listeners out there that have a Capital One credit card.
Yep.
You can go on their internet. They're actually suing their customers that are not paying their credit card.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's so interesting to see when a company like that is doing that, they know that they're running out of money. They're taking desperate measures to make sure that they don't fall apart. They're scaring the people to make sure they pay, because what they did is they invested into everybody. People that had scores under 600, they gave credit cards. 550, credit cards. Now they're going after them in courts. And they're going to be tying them up in courts.
Wow,
Canada,
they even have web pages, options to consider when Capital One sues to collect. Oh my God. They're even making up websites on what to do if they call you.
Yeah. So I tell everybody that has Capital One not to ruin your credit, but if it's already ruined, don't pay it. Don't pay it. Let them go broke. Yeah. I said it to my last videos. I said the only way you can stop these banks from operating is everybody decides on the same business day to go take all your money out and close all your accounts.
That will cause a runoff on the banking system.
That's right. And then you'll have the people run the banks again. Not the CIBC that's run by a very wealthy, rich Chinese entrepreneur. He owns CIBC. Mm-hmm. He's the one that put part of this housing bubble the way it is by giving students that came from overseas to put 20% down, but not to verify income or verify anything else, but a 20% down, and they give them the house. Me and you, we can't get a mortgage.
Yeah, remember that story? I was going to put 50% down, and they said no.
Jesus Murphys.
And I have good credit. My wife has good credit. We own everything free and clear. Our vehicles. I own my company free and clear. I have no debts owing on the company.
God bless you, man. God bless you.
Yeah, and
I hope more comes.
Yeah. Well, I hope God hears you. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
how you feeling generally in health-wise? You okay? Everything okay?
Everything's fine, buddy. Everything's fine. I was going through a little bit of a depression 2 weeks ago, but seeing somebody and getting back into my faith, and it's helping me out a bit. It was a rough ride, and it's not because of finances or that. It was more my kids are getting older. I was more involved when my kids were all small. It's like they're on their own life, and it kind of depressed me in a way. Because it's like they don't want to talk, or they just talk too minimal. You know, they get at that age, and it's funny.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Social media is killing all these kids today.
Yeah, social media.
This bloody phone is killing everybody.
Hey. Do you think maybe you could do a bit of research on that? The phone, social media, destruction of family. Maybe we could do a Mike in the Night show about it.
Yeah, I will.
On a Saturday.
I will.
We'll do a Saturday night show together, and you could co-host it with me. Destruction, social media, destruction, and family.
You better believe we will, buddy. For you, I'll do anything. And the other thing I want to talk about, Mike, is I actually talked to somebody out in Florida, a pastor. His name's Todd, and his wife's Pauline. She writes a couple books about dreams and vision. I was talking to them, and they actually said Mike the Night. He's actually one of your subscribers from Florida.
Really?
Yeah, it was so funny. And I said, I go on his show once in a while. He came to Toronto, and he lived in Miami, and he was shocked to tell that. And I said, why don't you call the show? Talk to him, say a prayer for him, whatever you want to do, talk to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to say hi to them. God bless them, and good people.
And he lives, and he watches my show, Mike in the Night, eh?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Holy smokes.
That's what he told me.
Holy smokes.
Small world. Anyway, Mike, I don't want to keep you going. You get these other guys, tell Steve the plumber to hurry up and call, because I want to hear that voice.